happy Friday. Welcome to Weekly Chatter Live. I'm Joshua Harrell, and this is Jason Block. Welcome.
Howdy, everybody.
And you guys heard the little yeehaw sound. That is our producer, Evan, who records those sounds in his office just so he can use them during the show.
He was jumping the gun a little bit on that, too.
I know, we were still talking.
Let him finish the intro.
Hello and welcome. If you are returning to the show, of course, welcome back. And if you are brand new, of course, we're so happy that you're here. And please stay, even if it gets a little wacky. Just stay, because it's worthwhile, right? Wherever you are watching us, we hope that you are safe and happy and enjoying either a nice productive day or a relaxation day. I mean, people tune in.
Both sound good, yeah.
Yeah, people tune in from all over. They're either like booking ginormous trips or they're on a ginormous trip. I can't even say ginormous, like if that's a word. But we hope you are doing well, and we are just so happy to be here with you. If you are a member of Travel Quest Network, then the chatter is happening there. So please join us and share some wins, share some challenges, give us a shout out, especially if you are not at home. You know, because the cool thing about being in the travel industry is that you can be anywhere.
Yeah, maybe even the carpool line, right?
And maybe even the carpool line. Yes, that's fantastic. Well, how have you been? Because you just walked in. I haven't seen you.
I've been great. It was a busy day. Got a lot done. Mm-hmm. All good things, though.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, how about you?
It was good until I realized that you did not check your calendar to see that today was my black shirt day.
Okay, not on the calendar.
So
probably should be. But I don't have an orange blanket.
It's called a stole. It's not a blanket. Anyway.
Blanket.
No, that's
Evan,
fantastic.
can you give me a blanket? It's a little chilly in here.
That is one thing it is not. There are so many lights in here that it is not chilly in here. Anyway.
I like the orange. A little pop of color.
A little pop of color. But I did realize when I wear it with black, it's sending Halloween-y vibes out there. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. We were on...
We're almost there.
No, I know. That's the thing. We were in our new Spark Society, which is our special Disney destinations focus group. And of course, everything at Disney right now is very Halloween-y, with Mickey's Not So Scary. Oh, it had an acronym. It kept showing up in the call. Anyway, I was wearing something like this, and they just kept saying jack-o'-lantern, jack-o'-lantern. So it's a fun group, very supportive group we have here. So anyway, it is Friday, and this is the best part of the week for me. What about you, Evan? Yeah.
Let's make some noise!
I just don't know what processes through his head when he's like...
He's just looking for a button. Any button.
He's just he doesn't have it coded or anything.
You got me a little sad about the Halloween stuff. So the other night, Jillian and I we were having dinner with the kids, and Jillian says, "Hey guys, tonight, do you want to watch? Because we're going to be gone for a bit in October. Do you want to watch a Halloween movie? Because none of you have practice or plans tonight." And it was met with not excitement.
Oh, so they have reached that level where that is not even...
It's not, they're not even willing to humor us anymore. They're like, yeah.
Aww.
So we almost sat and watched
Hold on to
Hocus
them while
Pocus
they're
all by
young.
ourselves. But we didn't.
Well, that was the thing that I was hearing about the festivities, the Halloween festivities, is there's a Sanderson sister show at the Magic Kingdom that apparently is brilliant, and I don't know, it's interesting when you get into our group that is focused on Disney destinations. They are passionate about every single detail when it comes to the parks and the Easter eggs and the things, the hidden Mickeys. I mean,
What's
there's
the tiniest detail that's
Yeah, somebody
different?
was telling me a grape soda pen. I needed a grape soda pen. I looked at Evan and I was like, what's a grape soda pen? And he told me it was from Up. Not a pen, a patch, right? Is that what it is? Bottle cap. Bottle cap. Do you know what a grape soda bottle cap is? It's from Up. That's all I know.
I don't.
Anyway, the random things that we talk about.
Speaking of Disney, our friend Angela Larson did I tell you about this?
No.
She gave me the nicest. She wrote me a very nice note, which was really nice. But she also gave me a tumbler, right? Like a cup, an insulated cup.
Yeah.
And at first I didn't look at it really closely. I could tell it was from Disney.
For all of you
right?
who are giving gifts, I just want to say.
I was like, well, that's very nice,
Yeah.
right? But I was more, taken with the note because it was very nice. But the tumbler was a Club 33 tumbler, if you're familiar with that. You're familiar with that?
Club 23?
33, isn't it? If I'm embarrassing myself here live,
D23?
no, not D23.
I don't know what
Okay,
Club
now
33.
I have to look this up just to make sure.
But it
I'm
was a
not-
very nice card, Angela. Thank you very much for the card because
Yes,
it really
Club
meant.
33. Thank you.
What is Club 33?
That was Walt's private little lounge that he had built into Disneyland originally, where he would.
Oh, the little house. The little
So
apartment.
there's like you can go in
That's
there for a
called Club
cocktail.
33?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, so there's also one in Disney World, but she was able to procure one somehow from someone, and it's very cool. And my wife almost lost it the next week.
Oh, well, Jillian can't be trusted.
But that's true.
Yeah.
But I made sure she didn't. So all is well, Angela. So thank you
Club
again.
33. Well, what does the 33 stand for?
I'm betting it's.
I believe Alan
Someone
might know.
Someone will chime in.
Yeah, please.
Here, but I'm pretty sure it's something to do
Because
with
I don't know what the 23
the year
stands
he
for
started
D23.
the studio. It would be my guess.
Well, it's 100 years of Disney right now that we're celebrating.
That would track then.
The 23? D23? But
No,
the 33 would be something. Anyway.
Someone
This is not
out there who knows.
This is not a
way
Disney
off.
destination.
We have just
show.
completely. I have completely just ruined producer Evan's schedule here.
Yes.
But somebody tell us why 33. Where's it come from?
Yeah, definitely. No, there's some old footage that you can see of them, not while he's in it, but the VIP tour guides taking people through that. And you look at it, and it fits that Main Street. It's not anything fancy.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a very cool thing. But I didn't know there was one in Magic
Apparently,
Kingdom.
there's one in every park.
Really?
I heard.
Well, I didn't get invited to that when I did the VIP tour at Magic Kingdom.
So
I'm
it's
just
something
gonna
to
say.
aspire to.
All right, wait a minute. So Angela said the 33 original investors in Disneyland Paris. All right.
Really?
Thank you, Angela. She's the one that gave it to you.
Well, I
so-
know. I believe her. So it was called. Wait, no, I can't. You must be reading that wrong.
Well, I don't have my glasses in, but it wasn't that long. So anyway,
All right,
you know
we'll
what?
move on.
We're gonna move on for a minute. Daniela says, "Happy Friday, everyone! So good to see you, Daniela." Michelle said, "Hey y'all." Emily said, "Happy Friday." I did that in a little southern. Emily doesn't. I don't know that she really has a southern accent, but I kind of put it in there. Alan said, "Happy Friday! Just booked my first group cruise.
Nice.
Cruise. If I can't say cruise, then I'm out of the business. First group cruise to Italy and Greece for 2025. It will be my annual hosted group trip." Now,
Super cool.
super cool. But I kind of feel like, because Alan was responsible for putting together a group of our members going to do a VIP tour at Walt Disney World,
Okay.
I kind of feel like he's putting that out there to see if he can fill his group through getting me to say that. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Alan. I feel like
I would call that resourceful. But I heard that and I took away something different.
What did you?
So he booked this for 25, right?
Yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
But he says it will be my annual. So it's like he has already decided that it is going to be not only a success but a repeat success.
That's awesome.
And I love that.
Yeah. Let's see. Randy said, "Happy Friday." Emily said, "Alan, I just secured a travel with me group Alaska group cruise today too." Look at these people just. Are we showing off? I don't know.
I love it. That's awesome.
When is the next person going to come in and say I've booked a world cruise group? That's what we want to see. Lisa said, "Happy last Friday of September. Busy week while enjoying Universal Studios Orlando with my daughter. So
Fun.
I know that they're having a good time. Hey guys, if you're if you're hanging out together, mother-daughter hanging out watching. Let's see here. Amber said, "Happy Friday, travel fans." Bill said, "Happy Friday, Bill. I'm hoping that you're going to give us the day of not the day of the week, but it's not there. Don't cut it. Yeah, he just said, he was just warming up. He just said Happy Friday. He hasn't given me anything else. Stephanie with an F said, "Happy Friday. Looking forward to a relaxing weekend. It's been a very busy week." Amen, Sister Sledge. I am ready for that. Michelle said, "I'm working on booking a group for a conference on either Royal or Celebrity Cruises."
Nice. Look at all these groups.
I know.
Yeah,
Groups.
It's almost like we've been talking about groups.
Yeah, I
a
feel
lot
like
lately.
Velma has influenced
love
making it rain.
Oh, hey man, that's how you make it happen.
That's it. So Angela's asking,
Yeah.
where are my glasses? And Angela, thank you for noticing that.
I was gonna say something was different about you today,
so
and I couldn't put my finger on it.
I can't see anything, but our Paul, who helps set things up and illuminate us to make us look our very best, he said it's so distracting when the lights are reflecting off your glasses. So I don't have contacts in, I just can't see. So yay. Anyway, so thank you for noticing that. Bill said nice coordination on the black button down.
Thank you, Bill.
We try. I just try to zhuzh it up a little bit.
I
Kelly
left my
said,
blanket at home.
"Howdy from..." It's not a blanket, it's a stole. And I feel like that's going to end up as like either a meme or a video loop. Sorry, I don't know why I can't think of it, a reel. Kelly said, "Howdy from Tyler." And I'm just thinking, there's a whole like Travel Quest Network faction down in Tyler.
Like per capita,
Yeah,
Tyler.
I feel like if they go down to the Winn-Dixie, they're like, "Yeah, I know you," like trade secret. Let's see.
per capita, Tyler is a Travel Quest stronghold.
Angela, this is Angela Larson. She is just the ever observant. Where is your laptop? It's the second week without the laptop. You felt naked last week. How are you feeling today?
About the same.
About the same. Feel a little naked.
I ran out the door after a call and pulled up. As I'm walking in the door, I was like, I forgot it again.
But he has another computer here.
No, they're
But-
both at home.
Oh, both of them
Yeah,
are?
that was all.
Yeah,
was
he
in
brings his Mac.
in it.
He brings his Mac here, but he complains about his Mac.
It's like my baby computer.
Okay.
Just for fun stuff like browsing and Facebook.
At least you didn't say the Facebook. All right, so Bill said today is VFW Day. Let's thank a vet for their service. So
Absolutely.
any of our veterans out there, thank you so much for allowing us to be here and do this show. That's one of the side effects of what you've done. Now, I don't know what VFW stands for.
Veterans of Foreign Wars,
Oh, is that what it is?
I believe. Someone
Okay.
will correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure.
I just remember when I do summers in Boone, North Carolina, the VFW hall was where it was at. That's where it was. That's where things were happening.
Yep.
So, yes, thank you, vets, for all that you
Absolutely,
do
thank you.
for us. Randy said, "When going on my first Virgin cruise next week.
Ooh, fun.
Sales October 4th. If anyone else is going." Oh, what WhatsApp group is in the forming, I think. I like that. Emily said, "I love a good pop of color." And Bill said, on a lighter note, he wanted to give us a couple of holidays. Today is also Biscotti Day and National Coffee Day.
Oh, perfect.
Those two definitely go together.
They sure do.
But I feel like, Bill, whatever your book is, do you have like multiple books to check these days, or are we on different web browsers? Like, you give us 3 days today is. I feel like the person behind the coffee making association would be like, oh, I don't want to do it on...
Those damn biscotti guys, they've taken our day.
How'd they get in there? That's very, very specific there. Anyway, we'll come back to the chat in just a wee bit. Wanted to, for all of, obviously not everybody is a member of Travel Quest Network that watches the Weekly Chatter live. Right. But if you are a member, then this week we had our monthly all call, which is where you get to hear a little bit about everything that's going on from all the different areas of our company and ask some questions. Unfortunately, I just want to apologize for everyone that albeit I am the master of all things marketing, I could not get PowerPoint to work with Zoom, and I used to make fun of people, and now I'm going to stop because I cannot be so judgy. That was really quite a mess to deal with. But anyway, it was a great call.
It was a good call.
So you can, if you missed it, you can watch it on demand within WorldVia Pro under episodes. But then also we did something a little bit different this time. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. Where am I going? The lights are moving, Evan. Here I am.
Evan is having fun with his buttons.
We did the all call. It was great. There was a ton of questions. And we actually went over, like 15 minutes over. And so we didn't have time to get to the Q&A. But I said, you know what? I think we want to go and answer all these questions. And there's probably a lot of the questions we answer in the chat. And when you do that, I think they kind of disappear from the chat, or maybe everyone doesn't see them. So we did a little after show, all call after show Q&A, and it's up there in Pro in the video section. And we go one by one talking about all the questions. So just know that if that's something you all like, then we'll keep doing that. Otherwise,
no, we'll keep doing that. That is going to happen.
But I guess the thing is, don't be shy about asking questions, and that way we'll make sure that we hit them.
Yeah. Yeah, so even if it isn't answered in real time, I will say that we had 75 slides for 60 minutes. So
we were right on the 1 minute a slide rule, weren't we?
I can't even say hello in 5 minutes. So I was kicking it off. So somebody should have had a Joshua factor in there. But anyway, yes, there was a lot going into there. But yes, please join us if you can join us live every single month. Those dates are on our event calendar. Please do join us live because, like Jason said, asking the questions, even if we're going to answer the questions maybe naturally through the presentation, or we do have time to get to them during the session, we are going to answer those questions. So it's extremely helpful. We don't do this just, like robots. This is a meeting, and I find it extremely informative to get everybody together, all the different teams together. So
and I'll tell you, it's also very helpful for us to understand the things that you're most interested in learning more about. Where maybe some things aren't as clear as they should be, or what's the topic that you want to hear about. So those questions kind of help guide us in that way as well. And if you didn't, like Dustin said, if you didn't watch the all call, it's a little more serious than the weekly chatter. So definitely go check that out.
But I did give a link for where you can buy a stole as well. So those are the things that the hard-hitting journalism that we do that's prepared by Evan, our producer. Just a little bit of excitement, celebration. Mm-hmm. You know what? I love that our team can come up with milestones, exciting milestones. But I just feel like it's not really, there's not that much thought that goes into it because a cake is never involved. Like, I feel like if you have a milestone like our 60th podcast will be today. This show is the 60th.
There should be confetti for that, I think.
Where are the confetti cannons? I'm just saying, Evan. If you're gonna put it down, he's gonna shake his keys at me like I'm a dog. Like, look at the no. So it's very exciting, and you know this story, and we've talked about this before, but I just want to give a shout out to Lisa Phillips, who on our Diamond Voyage last year, I guess it was, last March, she said, when I'm in front of my computer, I'm working. So could you turn it into a podcast? And because of that comment, and I hope she listens to the podcast. That's really what I want to know is,
Lisa, are you listening?
Dude, can you hear me, Lisa? I'm talking to you. So anyway, I think that's a very cool milestone, 60th podcast.
Yeah.
That means that people could be listening to us driving through, I don't know, Louisiana right now.
For 2 straight months.
Yeah, that's yeah. They could drive for 2 straight months. Evan pointed out. Thank you very much. Listening nonstop. Anyway, 60th anniversary or episode, and the other thing that is very near and dear to Evan, our content manager's heart, is that our free newsletters that you get as a member of our network. We have those built into our Email Plus platform. What are you about to do?
I'm pulling them up.
Okay. So anyway, they're available. He just distracted me when he's like gonna whip out his phone to do some Email Plus stuff, like whatever. So one of the topics include South America mountain exploring, which that sounds pretty fun. Book lover inspired vacations. What is the person that does the what is that? Oh man, 50 Shades of Grey.
I did not see this taking that turn.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a tour. I've never.
What?
Well, no, a book lover inspired vacation. It started as a book, like
E.L. James.
E.L. James. See, I feel like he's like a Funkin' Wagnall over there. He's amazing.
Evan, is your brain connected to the internet? Has Neuralink found you?
He and Elon Musk are working on something, and yeah, no. And
Impressive set of knowledge.
And then another one on private versus public jets. So we cover a lot of different topics, and these newsletters are fully customizable. So you can add your personal flourish to it. You can add your branding, of course. You can add more content to it. In fact, one of our agencies does a whole PDF, turns it into a whole PDF of loads of content, so it becomes like a magazine. And so I just think that that's really cool. And just know that this is very near and dear to Evan's heart.
Yeah, no.
You were going to say something. You got inspired.
Well, the private versus public jet thing is interesting. You keep hearing about this mass luxury term, right? Like, so things keep going up market, and everything tries to outdo each other. And there's a new service that I noticed advertised last time I flew out of Atlanta that's operating in Atlanta and New York now, where it's, if you fly private, you check in in a different terminal, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I don't do that, but. Huh?
I said that's where I check in.
Anyway, so it's that kind of thing. You check in at a separate terminal.
Okay.
And they have a nice little lounge for you to enjoy, and you do the security check there and all that. Then they have a private car that will drive you right to your plane.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it's almost like the experience of flying private, but still on the commercial plane.
Oh, wait a minute. So then, am I just gonna come up through the jetway?
I imagine up through the steps, like where
they're sending
the strollers, right? So you have to dodge the strollers and the extra bags.
That's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and you can do it. If you're flying between Atlanta and New York, when you both ways. And they also offer they'll park your car, and it was an interesting thing. And so I was like, well, this is interesting. Let's look at the price. And it was around $1,000 a person, right? So that sounds like a lot, and it is. But if you look at what it costs to charter a private plane from New York to Atlanta, or vice versa, versus that service plus a first-class ticket, it's... if it's just two of you, it's quite a bit less. So, I mean, it's not as cool as flying in a private jet, but this company, they're looking to expand, and I'll have to look up the name of it, but they're looking to work with agencies as well. So I just thought it was an interesting product and a way, if you have those VIP clients, and really want to sell luxury, but maybe they aren't, at the budget level of chartering their own jet, might be a pretty cool product.
Yeah, a stepping stone to
It's
buying
a
your
stepping
own.
stone, right? The
Yeah.
gateway drug to
Yeah.
private jets.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Just trying to get caught up to Evan's notes here. So, just if you noticed, we have pinned up Terry. Our Terry was in Alaska for quite a while. We just kept him in Alaska. Sent us some postcards from Alaska, and we have pinned them up on the wall. But if you are traveling anywhere, we want to go old school because that was a thing back in the day. People would travel, go to Egypt, and they'd have to make sure that they got postcards for everybody, wrote a little note, and mailed it from Egypt. So not just Egypt, but everywhere. But I'm just saying, I don't know why I had a Miss Marple picture in my brain. But anyway, please, if you are traveling somewhere and you see a postcard, please mail it to us at Weekly Chatter Live at 7. Oh, we have the address right down below. It's down below. Yeah. So please send us that, and we will definitely read it on air as long as it is appropriate. Angela Larson.
I was going to say, you're talking to Angela, aren't you? Or Wendy. He might have been talking to Wendy.
I could have been talking about Wendy, though. For some reason, Angela Larson was in my mind. Also, we have some really great promotions available to our members for their clients, and I don't think we talk about it enough, that there are special promotions, exclusive promotions, things that make you different from the agent down the street or advisor down the street or the agency down the street. And those are all in WorldVia Pro under the Grow and Promotions. So please check there. They also show up in the weekly, the network news. So please check that out. And then the other thing is, we would love for you to ask us a question so we can play it on, send us a video of you asking us a question.
Yeah.
And
some of the ones we've done so far are just kind of fun, but they can be serious questions. But we want you to be part of the show.
Fun and serious.
I think you should ask Joshua serious, difficult questions.
Yes. And if
But
if I cry, then you'll feel bad.
Fun ones for me.
I would like to, if I started crying on air, I would like there to be a zoom in of your face while I having I'm just so touched. Let's not go there. Anyway, if you do shoot a video, all you have to do is shoot it with your phone. Please shoot it horizontally. You could go vertically, but it's better horizontal. Sorry. Please send that to support at trafficquestnetwork.com. All right, I just lost control of things. Hey, how's it going? Are you shooting a video or just a picture?
I am.
Oh,
See,
wow.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. And now you can send that to support at Travel Quest Network. Attention, I just want to say, is that attention real? Yeah. I just love her inbox to get really full. And then I heard a little ring-a-ding-a-dingy in my ear, and I think that means that our Tyler Rose, Miss Velma Tollison, is standing by in Tyler, Texas. Are you there, Velma?
Yes, I am. Happy Friday.
Howdy, how's it going?
It's going good. From all of us network members here in Tyler, Texas.
Yeah, do you have a secret handshake, or do you wear a hat when you're out in public that distinguishes you from the normal people?
But a couple of times a year we meet and have ice cream.
Ooh,
Ice cream.
I like that. It wasn't a specific ice cream either. It could be any type of ice cream.
I think that's very nice.
It should be butterscotch ice cream. I don't know, something unique, or rose flavored.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Always chocolate.
Yeah, always chocolate. Yeah, I'm down. So so I just called her Rose.
I always wanted to be called Rose, but I need to tell you, Joshua, I think I've told you this before, the Tyler Rose is Earl Campbell. You know,
Was
when
Earl
people from
Campbell.
Tyler hear you
Now it's
calling
Velma
that, they're like, what? The Tyler Rose is Earl Campbell. Everyone knows that. So anyway,
I
just
didn't
want
know
to let you.
that.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
well,
He's famous. Yes.
Terry said that he came up with that name for you, so now I feel like Terry
Starting to question things.
Yeah, I don't think he tells me the truth now. Well, anyway, moving on. I'll call you Rose now. It's not even Tyler Rose. So moving on. So every week you bring us the leaderboard of our top invoiced sales in terms of revenue, anticipated revenue. And oftentimes you have some nice commentary around where those numbers are, how those numbers came to be. So are you ready to do it for this week?
I am. This week is fabulous. I just have to tell you, if you haven't seen the numbers, you're going to be shocked. Yeah.
No, as a chief of revenue, I try to not look at numbers at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jason's like, bad,
Okay.
bad
In the
joke.
number 3 spot.
Don't
Gross
let him fool
sales
you.
for the week. Now, keep in mind, this is weekly, Joshua. 203,848 for gross sales, with a weekly revenue of 25,576.
Wow.
And I always like to look and see what they sold to make up that figure. And this member sold Blue Sky, Delta Vacations, FunJet, and United Vacations. So, pretty much all tours.
Yeah.
In fact, these
Wow.
were all inclusives, yes. In the number 2 spot, gross sales of $373,000.
Thelma, you're going to have to repeat it because Jason said something in my ear
I'm
and
sorry.
it messed me up. Sorry. Guys,
Jason,
what is
not
number
talk,
2?
you're in the numbers. Okay, gross sales 373,000 for 1 week. Weekly revenue 50,283.
Wow.
Yes. And I looked up most of these sales. It didn't really take that many to make this amount, but I looked them all up. This was 2 groups on Apple and FunJet, and then there were 2 individual bookings with Delta Vacations. So that's what they
Wow.
sold.
And you know what? That's interesting because what we're hearing from so many of our members today is that the groups department at ALG Vacations has been really, really on fire. So, I'm
In a good way, you mean?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not a dumpster fire. No, like they're like fire, that kind of fire. So that's exciting to hear because I mean a few years ago, I mean let's all say it. I mean it was not that way. So kudos to them for really tackling that, and kudos to our member who crushed it.
Oh, she did. Yes. And then in the number 1 spot, gross sales.
Whoa! We gotta have our endless drum roll.
Oh, yeah. Go on. Take it away, Evan.
Ka-ching! Like.
Okay. Now, notice that we're dropping a little from the number 2 spot for the gross amount. We're dropping down to 350,919.
Okay.
Only.
But the weekly revenue is 53,536. Yes.
There is no money to be made in travel.
No,
Those are incredible.
Everyone just books their own trips on the internet now.
Yes, yeah. Why use a travel agent?
Really.
Hey, those are
And
outstanding.
this member booked Viking Ocean, Viking River, and Virgin Voyages. He likes to keep it simple. Just book cruises.
Yeah, and with a V. He's like, I'm going to scroll all the way down the alphabet. You're going to get to B somehow.
Just gonna stick with one letter.
Well,
That-
it's paying off for him.
Yeah, I should
It
say
is-
so.
It is paying off for him. Wow, that is phenomenal.
And Velma,
Yeah.
I just want to clarify: when we do these weekly leaders, these are single advisors, right? We're not talking about multi-advisor agencies combined. Is that correct?
These are single advisors. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes.
Because someone's sitting at home like, oh, that's probably an agency with a bunch of advisors all working at it. Nope, nope, nope.
Well,
That's
they
how we keep
could-
it fair.
Yes, they could have a bunch of advisors, but those advisors
But the
have
numbers-
their own
yeah,
sales
right,
and numbers.
right.
Yes, yes. So
Thanks for the
just checking.
Thanks for the clarification all the way around. So, so I know that you've got a check-in that went up, your weekly blog. So if you want to get checked, you can reach out to Velma and submit your questions. But I love the fact that she has she's put this together, the weekly
Yeah,
check-in.
Velma, I haven't read this week's yet. Is there something in there that you especially want to draw some attention to that people might want to check out?
honestly, I can't exactly remember. But I do remember my answer to number 3. I was very proud of it. So look at that.
Number 3. The mystery topic, number 3.
Number 3.
So if you were wondering why we say it's a weekly chatter live, it is
Yeah.
absolutely live. This is
It
not
is live.
scripted. Yeah, it is
Listen.
not scripted at all.
You should ask me hard questions. Our members have bombarded me today with group questions.
Good,
You
that's
know,
great.
Yes.
That
they're
means
not
they're
taking- They're not taking
selling
Friday
groups.
off. They're out there booking groups and planning group events and cruise nights and
Do you have any groups for people with canes? Like
Is that a
special...
cane or a walking stick?
Oh no, it's a walking stick.
Okay.
Which could also be a weapon if need be. This is.
I
for-
believe that one of them does have a retired persons group, and there's probably a lot of canes in that group.
But are they special like my gemstone
Okay.
one?
The check. I just want to go back to the check-ins real
Okay.
quick. The check-in is designed to be a quick read with very practical information, and you write it, Velma, a little lighthearted, right? It's a fun read every time, and I will agree with you, Velma. Number 3 is great. So go read it if you haven't. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay, so yeah, you'll find that in Pro, and that is the check-in with Velma. And anyway, always a pleasure. And you've got
Monday, I have
I
a
know.
fantastic conversation coming up with Christina Rocky. And
know,
I'm,
I was
I'm
about
excited
to
about
say
this
that.
one because she's going to talk about something that's very valuable, very good information, and especially to new members that might be wondering how to handle some of these situations. So be sure and
Call
watch.
me intrigued.
yeah, I feel like Velma knows how to dangle a carrot after So I
So
was
we have number 3, and we have something that
have
you
it-
want to know.
Yeah, on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern in Conversations. Check it out. But I before we say goodbye, I want to say what I had told you earlier, Velma. That I went to an event on the Rotterdam, Holland America's Rotterdam, and I thought I was just going to be by myself. And I'm okay traveling by myself. I can get on. I'm a little shy, but it doesn't take very much to kind of stand out and get attention. So anyway, after I saw a presentation with Holland America, then all of a sudden, here comes Christina, who I recognized, but she comes up to me and she's like, give me a rundown on everything she's already done. All I had done was gotten dressed and gone to the session. She had already been around the ship. She had joined a book club. She was on fire. So I'm just saying, I adore our members, but I'm telling you, this Christina, she is on fire in a good way. Fire.
She is. Yeah.
Well, Velma, always a pleasure. You have a wonderful day, and we will see you next week, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Velma.
Oh, she makes me laugh. The thing is yes, it's fun that when she comes in every Friday, but I also get to work with her every day.
Yeah.
So she's teamsing me. She's like doing video calls with me, and she is always on. She's always got something brewing. She doesn't rest.
Girl.
Yeah, you get it, girl. Yeah, girl. All right, let's pop over to the chat for a moment.
What's happening?
Hold on a second. Everything jumped again on me. When we were talking about the book trips, the not book trips, but the book themed trips, and I went to that. Christina, who's going to be on Velma's show next Monday, said Avalon did a Diana Gabaldon's last one.
That's right.
And she's Outlander, which you like a little Outlander too. I'm an Outlander fan.
Yeah, we made it through like season 4 or 5, and then just kind of started to repeat the plot. And
yeah, when they went to America, I was like, this is getting kind of boring. I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah.
But the first several seasons are excellent.
Let's see. Kelly said LH Airlines first class drives you to the plane in a Porsche.
For all first class? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that Atlanta? Because they have a Porsche plant here. That would make sense.
Well, Evan, you are not mic'd, so you're not going to give me long paragraphs to recite. I don't know is the answer to that.
But I'll do
it. Erica jumped in, our Erica, education manager. She said they had their storyteller series, which is not... they do a storyteller series, which I think is really, really cool. And let's see, Michelle... I don't know that I'm going to even read this out loud, Michelle. That's not nice. She said, "You have to have control before you can lose it," Joshua Harrell. So obviously she's responding to something. Let's see.
The problem is we can't really tell what.
Yeah, something was happening. And Kelly said Sandy Duncan was from Tyler, Texas.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, I kind of lost my track there. So that's pretty big week in sales.
Those are some monster numbers.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, those are the top of the top, right?
Yeah.
And there are a lot. I mean, everybody is seeing some tremendous booking activity right now. Which is so exciting. And some of these, like Velma pointed out, are groups. So they have been marinating for a while.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I never want to
than a
sound
week's
like,
worth of work.
get rich quick by being a travel advisor, because these a lot of work goes into them. But I love that Velma mentioned that our members were reaching out to her about groups, because I don't know that everybody understands that Velma is a group specialist. She has been doing groups for a very, very long time, and she has saved. In fact, I think she mentioned this on the all call. A member reached out to her about something with a group and said, "Hey, Velma, can you just kind of look this over and give me your thoughts?" And she gave him one bit of insight to go back to the property with, and it made a dramatic difference. So, please lean on your resources within the network, because whether it's each other or it's our team, we all want everybody to succeed.
And just to let you in, like, behind the curtain, when
wait a minute, we've got to do behind the curtain.
What?
Disco ball. So behind the curtain, there's a disco ball. Sorry, I just needed to do that for.
Anyway, when Velma is able to help people like that, and she does it all the time, but she shares that with the rest of the team when things like that happen, and she gets so excited. So I mean, it is genuine. It is real. She wants to help you. So if you have a group question, or really anything else where you're just kind of trying to sort through something, definitely give her a call, and she will help guide you through whatever that complexity is.
I'm glad you brought that up, because she does.
Yeah.
She does it with a passion.
Yeah.
That I think that, and I I know many other host agencies. They have group desks and people who support that. It is not. I know it's not with the same passion as Velma. Velma is basically like on the group with you. That's how she talks about it.
I mean, I don't want to talk bad about other companies, but let's be honest. Some of these group desks are like, let me get the red stamp, approved. Next, approved.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what it is.
You did not dot the I.
Yeah.
It's rejected.
So, yeah, Velma is coaching you through the process, and we believe that's the way it should be done. So if you haven't, hit her up, and you can be in that top echelon.
Yes. So I want to share Christina's comment because she's talking about Outlander.
Okay.
And she's not the first person to say this to me because I've said the same thing as you. It's like, I was really into it, but once it got to America, after the first little bit, I was like, I feel like I have watched this all, this is the same thing, right? She said this last season of Outlander was awesome, like the first few.
Oh.
I might have read / listened to the books about 75 times, all of them.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what you're getting out of that book. Like, I don't know. Are we still talking about Outlander or 50 Shades? I'm just saying.
So here's the question I have. Can I skip seasons 5? Like, can I skip a few seasons and come into the last one that's supposed to be awesome and it still makes sense?
Yeah. Somebody did, because I didn't even know there was a new season because that season that I had watched I had given up on, I abandoned. So they were like, oh no, there's another season. So, but Bridget said, can you bring that globe for our dance party at Worlds next year? It's not a globe, it's a disco ball. Da, 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 da. Turn off or dim all the lights, sweet darling. Oh, I love it. Anyway, yes, that can happen. I feel like we could order an extra large one.
Or you could just stand there and hold it.
Bridget, she did correct herself. She said the disco ball, not a globe. But Velma said she wants a red stamp. Approved.
But it'll have to say something like "from the Tyler Rose" or something.
Yes. No, not from the Tyler Rose, because that's obviously Earl Haggart. Right?
Earl Campbell.
Campbell, whatever.
Haggart.
Merle?
Merle Haggart.
Okay. Moving on. But Velma does like the idea of the disco ball coming to World. World, September 11th, World 24, September 11th. Through the 13th at Harrah's Resort SoCal. And so that's just a little under an hour north of San Diego.
Just a little bit outside San Diego.
Very, very excited about it. A little outside of it. Let's see. We're Haggart, whatever. It doesn't matter. Leave me alone, everyone. All right, so now we're going to go to another part of the country. Thank goodness. But I am going to preface this with, I have now tried to have several meetings with this person today, and the audio's been a little iffy.
A little iffy? So we got a 50-50 shot here?
Yeah, we got a 50-50 shot, and Odell, our IT manager, if you are watching, our Erica in New Jersey might need a little help. But let's roll that dice. Hey, Erica, are you there?
Coming to you from Atlantic City.
Nice. How are things in Jersey?
Well, Erica has abandoned her Travel Quest Network issued laptop and is using personal equipment. So, Odell,
that's violating like all the laws in the
every
world.
Policy there is.
Every policy.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're live.
No possibility of stealing company secrets. I will be the first one to be caught infringing on technology.
All right,
Risk
so
level very low.
Joshua talked far too long about a glowing disco globe. So let's jump. He's sitting here rolling his eyes.
Whatever.
But let's jump in to next week, because we got, it looks like, another pretty packed week. Tell me
It
about
is
it.
a jam-packed week. Well, we've talked about Velma's conversation, so
Yep.
no offense to Christina, but we'll skip over that. Um, did you know Pleasant Holidays is going to be live in person up in Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, my neck of the woods.
Very
So
nice.
go out and see Pleasant in real life. On Tuesday, our friends at Exodus Adventure Travels, Kent is going to be with me for a power talk.
Oh, interesting.
And I love that because uh, we were recently on with a partner spotlight. So this is great to have that follow up conversation. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh,
And then,
I want to jump in just for a second,
ooh.
because if you are watching, if you're not a member of Travel Quest Network and you're hearing Power Talk, Partner Spotlight, why are they coming back? Why are they doing both of them? We create different shows with different types of content, and the Power Talk is what it says. You're getting those power tips that are specifically for travel pros, okay? And you're diving deep. You're getting that's behind the scenes kind of information there that you're getting in a power talk. But a partner spotlight, we get to have a little fun, don't we, Erica, in our Sequin Palace, and that is something where we maybe do a little more of a deeper dive in the brand, and it's even something you don't have to do it, but we try to create it so it's even something you could share with your clients as a way for them to kind of join in on the party and learn a little bit about these brands, especially if it's a new brand. And Exodus is a pretty unique brand. So I just wanted to kind of interject there because I wanted to make sure that everyone knew the difference in a power talk and a partner spotlight.
That's how I start everyone.
And jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
So we have Exodus with a power talk on Tuesday.
And also with the Power Talk coming at you is David and his team at ETS. And they're a brand
Okay.
that specializes in faith-based travel. So there was just some conversation about this on our Facebook group. So you guys asked, here it comes.
Very cool.
Then, not to be outdone, on Thursday as well, our friend Lauren with Virgin Voyages comes in for a partner spotlight. And,
Okay.
I saw it mentioned. I just want to hot tip this, guys. It's not just Randy sailing Virgin Voyages this season. Over 100 Travel Quest Network members have completed their Sea Academy training with Virgin. Training is key, homework.
Nice.
And are sailing for first time sailors with Virgin Voyages in the coming months. So
That's awesome.
the WhatsApp groups will be flying. I would love to see lots of photos. Share your feedback, please. Tell us all about your voyage. And one last thing before you cut me off is that I feel like I'm going to get swept at the Oscars. The music's going to start playing. So I have to go quickly. Is that
Take your time, Eric.
if you would like to apply for the marketing immersion times XFAM with
Yes.
AMA Waterways, and you can hear more about that. We talked about it on the all call. The applications closed this weekend, so those who are approved to join will be notified next week.
So if it's the first time you're hearing about the marketing immersion that's capped off with the XFAM with AMA, go check that out and listen to the all call from the other day where we go into some more information about it. I think that is going to be an extraordinary learning experience all the way through. And there's a lot of people excited about it, in the chat, and we've heard from lots of people that they're really excited for it. There's no better way to learn than by doing. And I can
100%.
promise you, even just going on a normal river cruise, if you haven't done it, you'll come back and be able to sell the heck out of them. But when you do the marketing immersion, you'll come back with tons of content and a lot of experience on how to get those customers and close those sales. So I think I'm
for that
so excited for that.
endorsement. Thank Thank you.
There's your testimonial that you can post on the landing page for it, Erica. You need to have Evan clip that and then just use that.
I think it's gonna be so good.
I agree with you, and I think with any travel experience, if you get to experience it, you can sell the heck out of it. But what I love, and I've been able to do a few of these types of events, but you get to be with like-minded people, and so many ideas are sparking all the time. So I that's worth the price of admission, and then by the way, you get to fall in love with river cruising.
Yeah, and I'll tell you all right now, this is just a side perk. If you go with a group of Travel Quest Network members on a river cruise, it's going to feel like you own the dang boat.
Because
it will.
Loud.
Because our folks, I mean, we like to have a good time. And I promise you, you'll not only have a ton of content that you're creating, you'll not only get better and grow your business, you're going to have a heck of a lot of fun. I can promise you.
I will just
I might
say,
need to
guys,
find a way to weasel my way into that
we'd
one.
like Amma to invite us back. So
Well, I didn't say go run around and
Now I'm gonna cut you both off.
squirt the captain with the
We'll
fire
toe that
extinguisher,
line,
but
There's so many things wrong about today's
I'm just
show.
saying it's going to be a good time.
It's gonna be a great.
I mean, it's
time.
just a river cruise. The ship's not moving that fast, right?
No, it's like Speedboat. I've watched Miami Vice. I know what it is. No, okay, but now I am gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off,
Happy
Erica.
National Coffee Day, guys.
Enjoy some biscotti with that. All right, take care,
Thank
Erica.
you, Erica.
So, my goodness. So Christina said about Outlander, about if you could skip.
Oh, yeah.
She said, I'm a purist. No, you can't skip. But she said, in reality, you should know enough American history to follow, and they wrapped up a few previous storylines from the seasons before.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. And if you guys are, I know you're going to get to the headlines in a second, but if you're traveling, not only send us a postcard, but if you are sharing social media, if you can use our secret hashtag TQNTravel, singular, put that in the first comment of your post, then our team looks for those and likes to share them on our stories, especially on Instagram. So if you want us to boost your post a little bit, please include that as our secret hashtag. Shh. Yeah! Okay, that's not the sound effect. All right, can we do the headlines now?
Sure. So only a couple. Why are we going back?
All right, you made me drop my stool.
You weren't prepared for my broadcast expertise. Okay. Can we do this, please?
I would hope so.
Okay. All right. All right. So, couple of things. Only a few headlines this week. One is Regent Seven Seas Cruises, who's a great partner of ours. They are upgrading and enhancing their university product. So definitely go check that out. And they're also having some bonus commission opportunities for each new reservation submitted within 120 days following your completion of the course. So go check out the Regent Seven Seas Cruises university program. So some changes there. The other thing that I wanted to touch on, so in Wall Street and public company land, it's earnings season, and several of the cruise lines have reported. Carnival came out there; they're back to making a profit. It's their first quarter since COVID where they've made a profit, and they made a cool $1 billion. Profit.
That's how I make a profit.
Yeah,
is $1 billion.
If you're going to make a quarterly profit, why not make it a bill? So that's good for our industry, honestly. and their revenue in the third quarter was at an all-time high. And so, just put that in perspective of where things were, just a couple of years ago. I mean, 2019 was a great year.
Right.
And then, of course, we had the pandemic and cruises. I mean, there were some people legit saying, cruises are done forever.
Yeah.
Like, they won't come back.
Yeah.
So to be here in a place where they have their best quarter ever in terms of revenue is pretty outstanding. And the interesting thing is they don't see the demand slowing down. They're still seeing big demand for close-in departures. They're very optimistic, giving earnings guidance for 2024. We are seeing oil prices start to come up, right? And that's going to put some price pressure on a lot of travel products. So I might not be they were pretty rosy about like what their 2024 looks like. And I think cruises in 2024 are going to be very strong. But as we see, inflation continue, interest rates rising, and oil continuing to go up, it's going to make travel more expensive. There will be price pressure. And at some point, as the American consumer has burnt through so much of that cash they had coming out of COVID, at some point demand is going to start to pull back, right? I can't say when that'll be, and we're not really seeing too many signs of it, on the total. But it's just something, that we'll keep talking about and to be aware of. Last little thing while we're on the subject of Carnival, they announced that in July of 25 they're going to open a new, what did we call it, Evan? A destination, island destination port, which they're distinguishing from an island. But it's called Celebration Keys. That'll be in July of 2025. Again, the private destinations, we'll call it, continue to be the place that the cruise lines are investing to differentiate their product and give the passengers what they want. So long term, I think it'll continue to be interesting to see how do the cruise destinations, particularly in the Caribbean, how do they contend with that? Unless the governments have just said, especially the Bahamas, like, hey, partner with us on these things. We're happy to take the tax revenue and the other things they're doing for them in exchange for those deals. But cruising 20 years from now might look totally different than cruising 20 years ago. With regards to even the places that you go. Cruising obviously is different already.
Why go to Greece and see all that history when there really should be a nice private island in the middle? Right. Anyway, all right, guys. I know that we've gone over because we were having such a great time, but again, this is the best part of the week, and I am so grateful, and I know Jason is too, that we get to, you choose to spend it with us. So have a wonderful week. We will see you next Friday at 4 Eastern, or whenever you watch or listen to us, right?
We will be here. We'll see you there. Love you all.
Bye.